when kids used to come up to me and take pictures, and it just always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Not because they were asking me to take pictures with them, but because I always felt like I should do better then. You know, I didn't want to be a bad role model. And I had so many videos driving ridiculous speeds, just doing crazy, stupid shit, causing all kinds of havoc on the road. And at a certain point, I was like,
because you were heavy into rallies, and
Heavy.
let's be real, you're not doing the speed limits.
no, it is really dangerous stuff.
Yeah,
You know, and it's extremely. I mean, I think the last couple of years, several people have died doing it, and it's really. I mean, it's highly illegal, highly dangerous, and not just dangerous for yourself, but you're putting other people in danger. And when I was doing it, I thought it was the most fun thing ever because it's so exciting.
when
it
was
gets
the
your
last
blood
one?
pumping.
When was the last one you did? How many years ago? Probably four.
Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And something about it is just so addicting, and it's so much fun. And if you have a supercar and you have a fast car, like, do it. But it's really dangerous. And you're putting people, I mean, kids and families in vans, minivans, you're just like cutting them off at 150 miles an hour. It's really not that great.
So the question is, I mean, you know, me being the person that I am and the company that we've built and the reputation that we built, it's a very, very fine line between embracing the rally driver because it's good for business. You know, you guys burn through tires like
Yep.
no other, constantly doing wheel repairs, cough, cough, hoss, cough. You know, but on the same hand, the liability that comes with it, you know, guys would always come to us and, hey man, we'll put your sticker on. I don't want my sticker on your car. Bro.
Yeah.
You know, I've never been on a rally. I can only imagine what goes on. But besides that, Matt, I think that you were responsible, and whether you claim or not, you were responsible for a large portion of a lot of people that are friends today for being friends. And I remember that when you came out with the DFC, which is the Drive Fast Club, I was like, shit, here we go. Another club, another bunch of douchebags, you know. And, you know, being in the industry for as long as I have, you see clubs come and go and you see stupid shit happen. And for once, you know, you and whoever I met through the crew, I came back, I'm like, these are just the nicest people. And there's, I don't know, man, you know, you find a lot of egos are involved. And I like associating myself with people that don't consider egos in the equation when they get into a situation or they go after something. So to hear that you sort of got out the game, not out the game, but I think you grew up, you know, and that's maybe what happened. You just got older, bro.
It was kind of a weird experience because at a certain time, you know, like I think the Drive Fast Club was doing really well. I love all those guys that were a part of it. I ran into a situation where people were asking me, hey, can I join? And I'm all of a sudden the arbitrator of who's allowed to hang out and not. And I thought that was a really odd position to be in. And I felt myself judging people. Like, oh no, like, I don't think your car is cool enough. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, who am I to decide that? You know, but if you start letting everyone in, then you have to be able to, like, are they going to add value to the group? Are they going to be a douche? Are they going to cause problems?
And then you accept them and they cause problems and it's your fault.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was like, this is not my role in life to tell grown-ass men they're cool or not. Like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And I felt really weird because I'm telling people, like, dude, I don't think you can hang. And I'm like, who am I to make that decision? Like, who put me in charge? You know, I'm not in charge of your coolness of your car.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of guys who get into the supercar world, they all came from really similar lives, which is that I think the common theme is that they weren't part of the quote unquote cool group growing up. They worked, they made money, they sacrificed a lot of their life. And then later in life, they make some money and like, okay, I want to do some cool shit. And now I'm telling those guys, it's not enough. Like, it felt weird to me. I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't like that feeling that I had. And I didn't feel...
Well, it took on a life of its own because I remember when you first started, and I think where you went wrong, okay, which I don't think you actually went wrong with the club because and I don't know what, the struggles that you had behind the scenes. I'm learning of, but the day you branded it is the day you should have acknowledged ownership of it, because you were responsible for that. You could have kept it just super cool, no rules, but I remember, man, you built this thing out. So take ownership, bro. You owned that, you built it out, you were building sets of rules, you were, but on the same hand, I think that it's very big of you to be able to stand up and say, hey, this is not the direction that I want to go, or that I want this club to go in. And within a poof of a minute, the thing was disintegrated.
I think the summer of 2020, when when people are rioting and crime was really high in the city, and the streetcar takeover thing was getting huge, and people were drag racing all over the city, and at that point, I just didn't want to contribute to what was going on. You can see the car culture in Atlanta just heading in the wrong direction. And I feel like I was part of promoting it, and I felt like I was part of the problem. And I just didn't want to be a part of that anymore. And I just stepped back.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to contribute to it. I mean, people are doing stupid shit. People are getting hurt. And I'm probably just as responsible as anybody else for encouraging that. I never told people go out and do stupid shit, but I was doing it. And a lot of people were watching me. I mean, there are certain days where I'd have thousands of people on my stories like, oh, these guys are doing this. And at a certain point, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, you see society breaking down all around you. And I was like, I don't want to be a contribution to that. I just didn't.
Do you miss it?
Of course. I miss it sometimes. I've sold my Lamborghini maybe almost 2 years ago. And you're actually the ones that showed me the Range Rover SVR that I bought. You're the one that told me about that. We were playing golf one day.
Yeah.
And I sold the car. And I think for the first year and a half, never even looked back. Like, didn't even miss it. Now, I got into a buddy's AMG the other day, and I drove it just a few blocks, just like 15 minutes. And the turbochargers were going, and I was like, oh, I kind of miss it now. I think I'll definitely get back into, quote unquote, a cool car. I think it'll probably happen when my daughter is just a little bit older, so that I can help give her some clout. I think that's really the goal. I want her to take her to like her school dance or something and show up in a Lamborghini, and all her friends like, oh yeah, she's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think I would find more.
Well, I mean, there's a sense of being the cool dad,
Exactly,
as well.
Exactly. But now, like, I can't take her in the car anyway. She's too small. What am I gonna do? Throw in the shotgun of a Lamborghini and drive around? Like, it's just stupid.
You see,
it's ridiculous.
I love the way that your mindset has shifted, and again, like anything that you talk about, it goes back to your daughter.
Everything.
I want to do this for my daughter. I want to do that for my daughter, and please God, you guys have more kids, but on the same hand, you can't just stop playing golf, and
No.
you can't just stop, your world.
No, she's gonna be a golfer. She's gonna be at the golf course swinging a golf club when she's a year old.